Howdy folks, Tetsu here, down in lower tiers where the power's low but the battles are fierce. Continuing my self-proclaimed quest to archive all the battles during the first 7U tournament, which thereby I hope to bring light to the tier and possibly help it grow. So join me as we move on to the third match of round 2. Our combatants this time will be Al-my69 against the Pizza Man, the latter of which won their first match against Celebi32 in a 2-0 victory. If you happen to enjoy the video, I humbly request you click that like button. Also subscribe and click the bell if you want to be notified for later uploads. Working together, we can bring more attention to this fascinating metagame. With all that said, let's begin. Alright, match 3 of round 2. Game 1 between the Pizza Man and Al-my69. Play, lead metagame, Clefairy versus Tentacool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got a bit of an interesting matchup here. Clefairy, normal type, has access to Psychic, Thunder Wave, can possibly use counters, Sing, and Thunderbolt, though I suppose Psychic would certainly be the better of those options. Tentacool, obviously, as we know, can use Wrap, Hydro Pump, and, well, Surf does a lot of damage, but Thunder Wave is definitely a bit of an issue. If Al-my69 has a Rhyhorn, that would be a good way to switch in. Although sometimes Clefairy does run Blizzard, so that is a bit of an issue right there. This is a bit of an awkward matchup, actually. Now, one thing Al-my69 can do is go for a Wrap, and if it winds up hitting, they can do a little bit of damage, switch to something, maybe a Hitmonchan if they happen to have it, and I think it's about, at the lowest point, is about 80% or so, that you could actually switch, that you could actually Oko Clefairy, but let's see what we're going to see. Wrap misses, and Thunder Wave. Oh, wonderful. Oh, and Thunderbolt is actually coming out. Okay. Well, the reason you would use Psychic over Thunderbolt is mainly, besides it being super effective, it's a good attack, but it's also the special drop, which in Gen 1 I think is like 30%, so that is pretty formidable. Gosh dang it, I really need to take a nap. Anyway, Tentacool, while Paralyze is going for a Wrap, this means at any point, when Wrap winds up not going into effect, down goes Clefairy outspeeds, and down goes Tentacool. Quick Sleep Powder coming from the Ivysaur that it just switched in for Al-my69. And Quick Switch, yes. Because now Ivysaur can only really attack since Sleep Powder is out of the game. Charmeleon is going in for a Slash, and now it is within Fire Blast range at 68% for Ivysaur. But they go for the Fire Spin. Huh. That's a bit interesting. But Fire Blast does come out. Ivysaur does go down. But Charmeleon is actually at 38%. Is it going to be taken out? Yeah. Yep, that is an Oko coming from Meowth. Voltorb is now in. So we're going to see a Rhyhorn. Yep, Rhyhorn switch. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually been running a Flash on my Voltorb as of late. Just kind of test the waters. But in this case, Ivysaur is going to be switching in. It's going to take, I think, a max at 40% for it. Yeah. And Breedrill is switched in. It's switched in order to take that Razor Leaf, which is fairly good. Voltorb being switched in. I'm assuming we're going to see a Dance. Yeah. Sword Dance coming in. And a Thunder Wave. Yes. However, there is a thing. Yes, Agility is coming out. Beedrill is now has both of its double dances. Voltorb goes down. And this is not looking good for the Pizza Man. No. Meowth goes down. Yes, okay, this is All-my's win. Yeah, Tentacool goes down. And then Ivysaur or Clefairy. Well, Clefairy would actually probably be able to, I don't know. Clefairy be able to tank it? It's at 91 health. But All Might decides to go for the safer play and start to use Meowth. Which is fine. Well, that's game 1, ladies and gentlemen. With Al-my69 actually winning. Clefairy wakes up at the last moment just to see its demise. Oh, well, very, very, very well done by both players. Let's head on over to the second game. All right, game 2 of match 3. Let's begin. Play, lead metagame. Tentacool versus Tentacool. All right, and immediately the rap battle begins. I'm going to go ahead and actually bump up the speed. And I might be a little bit faster. Let me get on that pause button. Alright, so far it looks like both opponents are just trying to chip away at each other's tentacles, which is not a bad idea. Get them low enough, and Charmeleon and or Meowth can take them out, which is certainly good. Rap does miss, but winds up going back into it. The Pizza Man's getting a little bit of chip damage with Blizzard coming in, trying to get that freeze, no doubt, but then they wind up going for a wrap. And so far, they seem to just be completely content with several wrap misses, Blizzard's coming in, just chipping away. Al-my69 is, well, both of their tentacles are actually within slashing range of Meowth, so that is pretty prominent, considering that Tentacool... Oh. Let's slow it down now. But Tentacool for the Pizza Man is still within Meowth's slash range, but for some odd reason, Al-my69 used Thunderbolt of all things. I really hope that this thing just does not have slash, because otherwise I'm going to be very confused. Now, to be fair, I know nothing about Al-my69. I don't know what gen they normally play in, so maybe they figured this would actually work. I don't know. But as we can see, it did not. If it would have crit, it would have worked. But in retaliation, Tentacool is just going to do a ton of damage. Tentacool gets sacked from the Pizza Man, and in comes their Meowth. Yes, there we go. Oh, well... All-Might didn't want to sack their Meowth, which is fair, and they switched in the Rhyhorn. And Bubble Beam coming out, so Meowth is, if there's no crit, Meowth will survive. And considering its speed, it should be able to do damage to something else if they're able to get their Meowth, the enemy's Meowth out. Granted, I mean, if they win the speed tie, that works too. Rhyhorn does go for the Earthquake. No crit, but it does a chunk of damage. And Rhyhorn does get sacked. And are we going to see an Ivysaur switch in? Yes, we do! Ivysaur coming in. Now, okay, Meowth does substitute. Probably banking on whether or not a Sleep Powder would actually miss. That, or they were thinking maybe they were that All-Might might use either Swords Dance as well. That is a possibility. So, a bit of a risky play there. Meowth winds up getting put to sleep. But if the Pizza Man decides to switch out, that means that nothing else can be put to sleep. But it looks like that's not going to be the case. Meowth does go down. Charmeleon coming in, I would have to assume. Yes, Charmeleon coming in. Fire Spin or Fire Blast? Fire Blast, but Fire Blast misses, and Charmeleon immediately gets put to sleep. Do we see a switch from All-Might? Nope, they're going straight for the Body Slam. They're going to try to chip away as much as they can, hoping that Charmeleon does not wake up in time. And... well, Charmeleon does wake up, Body Slam, and paralyzed. Oh, freaking hell. This is not looking good for the Pizza Man. But Fire Blast does come in. Ivysaur is now within, well, I was going to say within slashing range, but the Pizza Man doesn't have... Oh, but they've got the Hitmonchan Body Slam coming in and down. Ivysaur goes. I was actually kind of worried there for the Pizza Man. Beedrill coming in after its near 6-0 win streak last time. But... What? I mean, yeah, it used rocks. I'm very confused. Why keep Beedrill... Oh, hold on. We didn't see All-Mi's last Pokemon, and right now they've only got Meowth. You can't switch into Meowth, because it's 37%. That's not going to do anything. Beedrill uses Hyper Beam, the highest damage attack it has, unless it doesn't have Mega Drain. Excuse me. If that's the case, then this might not be something that could have taken an actual hit. So it's probably, well, if it was Golbat, it probably wouldn't, but it wouldn't have dealt. It would have dealt a ton of damage. Gosh dang it! I'm so sleepy. Anyway, all right. But I have to guess that their last Pokemon is just something that really wouldn't have been able to take on Rhyhorn, or was really just not. You couldn't really chance taking a hit. Rock Slide does come down, does a massive chunk of damage, and Beedrill is basically in a very substitute being used. Okay. Were they expecting a switch? Maybe? Maybe that's a possibility? Or maybe they were hoping that Hyper Beam would miss, because, I mean, if Beedrill's going to use Hyper Beam again, which I would have to assume, at least by my earlier estimation, it's not going to need to recharge, because if it actually does hit, admittedly, substitute the way it works, if you take out the substitute with Hyper Beam, much like if you knock out a Pokemon, you don't have to recharge. Granted, Rhyhorn's going to be able to take out Beedrill anyway, probably with Earthquake in this case, because that's 100% accurate, where Rock Slide is not. Yep, there we go. EQ coming out. Yeah, Beedrill's poison typing kind of not in the best shape there. Ivysaur coming out for the Pizza Man. Great counter to Meowth. Are we going to see that last Voltorb? Okay, yeah, that basically explains why they kept Beedrill in. Yeah. Oh, Explosion. You love to see it. Explosion on Ivysaur, but yeah, with Hitmonchan 100% in the back, yeah, this is not going to go All-Mi's way. So, Slash coming in and Submission or Body Slam? No Submission, alright. And down goes Meowth, and Game 2 goes to the Pizza Man. Alright, good job by both players. Let's get on to Game 3. Alright, Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is for all the marbles for Match 3 of Round 2. Let's begin. Play. Lead metagame. Tentacool versus Tentacool. Alright, are we going to see a beginning? Oh, Blizzard coming in, no freeze. And we go instantly for Wrap. Okay, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Maybe a lot. Got myself on the pause button. Chip damage coming in from both sides. And, yeah, Blizzard. Oh, with a crit. Okay. Well, immediately, Al-my69's Tentacool is the closest to being in slash range. Okay. Well, they're actually both within slash range. It's kind of really hard to commentate for this. The only thing I can think of at this point is that both players now, wow, they are really, really going for it. Looks like they're actually going to attempt to trade again from look-see. But I wonder who's going to win at this point. That was pretty close. That was pretty close. the Pizza Man's, well, I was going to say the Pizza Man has it at 5%, but yeah, All-My. Oh, gosh dang it. Alright, slow. So All-My ends up winning the exchange, but Meowth winds up coming in and gets a slash off onto their tentacle, which they sack. Understandable, considering it was so low. Rhyhorn is now going to be on the receiving end, and Bubble Beam comes from Meowth immediately. Earthquake does not crit, so Meowth stays in, and Rhyhorn gets sacked. Okay, so are we going to see Ivysaur come in again? No, they're Meowth. Okay, so they're banking on winning the speed tie possibly, but the Pizza Man could switch out here. No, they do not. They do not get a chance to do damage to All-My's Meowth. But to be fair, not really a whole lot in the tier switches into Meowth very well. So that is something to bear in mind. Meowth has a very powerful stab slash. The only mon that has a higher damaging slash is Farfetch'd, which we have seen at one point, I think. I don't know. I really need to go back over my archives, because gosh dang it. Anyway, well, Hitmonchan is coming in, and this does threaten Meowth. Now, they could try to do some chip damage, but actually, this seems to be the same team. Yes, same team. So that must mean they have Beedrill in here. So maybe... Actually, how much does Beedrill take? Hold on, folks. Let's see, go for a double dance set, 100% health. Because I did use this recently. Hitmonchan. Agility sweep. Okay, so yeah, submission does only at most 13.2% without a crit. So Beedrill could be switched in here. Possibly. Is that what we're going to see? Yeah, Beedrill does come in, but agility comes out instead. So the question is the Pizza Man going to be keeping in there? Body Slam does 38.8% without a crit at the highest. That is, excuse me, that's a 95.1% chance of 3-hit KO. But I don't know, that's, I think at that point you might want to switch Charmeleon in, right? No, Rhyhorn is coming in. Okay, the Pizza Man has used Charmeleon before. Of course they did. So I'm wondering, I'm assuming because Rhyhorn is able to basically get a guaranteed 2-hit KO. Well, Charmeleon could do the same, but I mean, it's more physically tanky than Charmeleon is, admittedly. So are we going to see the same play as last time? Excuse me. Same as last time, because if I'm not mistaken, the mons that are currently not being shown are Ivysaur and Voltorb. And nothing really can... Well, Ivysaur can come in, tank. It's a 3-hit KO to take it out, so yeah, that's a possibility. It goes for the Swords Dance, though, and Double Edge. Well, I mean, I guess Hyper Beam. Wait, so that is strange. I mean, Mega Drain is usually the 4th, right? I mean, it would be a 3-hit KO regardless, but still, I mean. Rock Slide coming in. doesn't crit, so it is going to be a 2-hit KO. Hyper Beam does come in. They're just trying to get as much chip damage as possible, which, fair. So Meowth does come in. Bubble Beam. Ivysaur gets switched in. No, they go for the slash. They predict the switch. Okay, cool. So Ivysaur is now highly damaged. Immediate switch to their own Ivy, which gets immediately put to sleep. Charmeleon coming in. And there is no counter switch. Fire Blast is going in, does a massive amount of damage. 23% down. Slash. There it goes. This is looking like the Pizza Man's win at this point. Voltorb is... I mean, at this point, Voltorb is just basically useless. Substitute! Okay. I can't remember if we've seen this before. For some odd reason, I feel like we have. But Slash does come in, breaks the sub. Thunderbolt. But, okay. One paralysis. Voltorb does a little bit of chip damage. I'm actually surprised that another paralysis... Okay, the Pizza Man got a little bit of bad luck there. Voltorb actually managed to take on Charmeleon pretty well. But now it's just completely walled by Rhyhorn. Easy 2-hit KO on Meowth. Instant switch to Ivysaur. But they do go for the other slash. Take out Ivysaur, but Hitmonchan's just going to come in and roll over the rest of all my 69's team. So Slash does come from Meowth, does a little bit of damage. Submission goes in. And finally, Voltorb. I mean, again, Voltorb is... It can do all at once at this point. I'm just going to speed this up. Get some damage done. But as soon as Hitmonchan goes down, and it did, Rhyhorn comes in. Well, they wanted to go out with a bang. Okay, I can respect that. So, this is the second consecutive win that the Pizza Man has gained. So they will be continuing on in the winners bracket. And Al-my69 will be heading down to the LB. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you're interested in the tier, I will have all the necessary links down in the description. I'll also have the link for Big Yellow's video on the tier if you want to check that out. The Discord, the resource hub and all that, the official other tiers for Smogon Forum link will also be down there. And again, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you will continue to follow and, come along. And gosh dang it, I need to go to bed. I will see you all later. Hope y'all enjoy. That's the third time I've said that. Goodbye. Bye.